So, hi everyone, as you can see by the name and by the suit that I am wearing today, this is on Arrow Seasons 5's villain, as we shall say, Prometheus. So, this is the CW's version of the character itself. He is in the comics, but if you kind of check that design out, it is much different than the one we have seen, or the one that I am kind of wearing right now. I love how it looks and the stances that you can give, so the poses. The only thing that I am missing is my arrows here in the back of my quiver. I have the quiver right there. So the hood actually is supposed to be dipping down a lot like this. Okay, so the hood is actually supposed to be sort of down to around here, coming down like that. So if I actually stand maybe, like this, the hood is supposed to be pointing downward. But for cosplay's sake, we'll just leave it like that. I apologize guys for this light. I know it is really bright in here, not rain. So you can see my Prometheus mask right now along with the suit. I'll stand side by side, let you see them both. So the mask I have made from my old Zoom mask. That was actually just a plastic base you can see on the inside here. It is a plastic mask on the inside that, if you go watch the process video on my video for the Zoom, I just built on top of this using some brown fabric. Okay, so some brown normal polyester fabric. I've did the different shapes, so you can see for the eyebrow and the forehead pieces right here. Made some cuts and it just cuts off right here. Then we have our nose piece, which was actually two separate pieces. You can see the sewing line right here in the middle of the nose. Then again, I just made a whole mouth piece in multiple layers. I give him a chin strap also. So if you actually look at the designs, there's some good ones on Google. He has a chin strap going all the way around for his mouthpiece. That is just in the brown fabric. I have let it fray because his design is really gritty and dirty. So all the frayed fabric and the loose ends are kept there on purpose. You can see also on the inside he has two layers, so one line here and another right here. Then those two spikes coming in the middle, I wish I maybe had have left this. I burnt them with a lighter, so I got a lighter and burnt each edge to make it nice and rough, and also so that I could put some white chalk on the end of it. So the white highlights that you're seeing all around the mask and all around the area, I just used some normal white chalk. Okay, so this is just some normal white chalk that you would use for art, or that you would use in seamstress or fabric shops for drawing out designs. Okay, so that's actually used for drawing out on top of some fabric and material. What I used is just drew around all the highlights, so you can see around the eyebrow and underneath the eyes. You can see a lot of the definition in here in the mouth right now. I love how it looks. So I have another eyebrow piece right here. I'll explain more about that. You can see in the video right about now. So hi everyone, I'm probably going to place this maybe halfway or at the end of the video. I apologize for this light gleaming down, but you can see I have a wide open eye area right here, and just placed inside of the eye is actually a slight piece of fabric that I can take out. You can see right there, and that just places up in here in the eyebrow to give him more of an angry look. Okay, so you can see the definition just by one line. I can give a mask, but put it on right now. You can see when I turn this way I look a lot angrier when I turn this way. Alright, so angry, okay, angry, okay, confused, this is my confused look. Thank you so much for watching so far, and here we are with me talking some more crap. Here we are. So yeah, I'm back to talking some crap. You already seen the difference in both eyes right there. One was really big, the other one had this kind of eyebrow design going on, and I just did it for both eyes. That gave it a much more rougher look. So that was for the mask. Together here at the back, that is held with elasticated straps. You can find some on old sportswear, old clothing. I built this underneath mask. You can see the front mask right here, the side portions there and there. Okay, so I just built up two side portions on the front of a mask, layered it up with some fabric, and that gave me my nice design for this Prometheus. The actual eye lenses themselves are from paintball goggles. So you can see they are nice metal paintball goggles with the dots in them, and that's so there's maximum visibility. I thought that would go really good with this Prometheus. Here we have our whole suit, so if you want you can go and check out my many process videos on how I make my shirt bases. So I made my shirt base simply by using some black fabric and cutting two sides for my front and back. Then I cut two sides also for one arm. You can see front and back, and also for this arm. Then I sewed this all together. You can watch many of the process videos. As I say, guys, how I put all these jackets and shirts together. I use the sewing machine. Sometimes you can use a hot glue gun if you want. So that's completely up to you. I use this whole setup right here. I went more darker, so the Prometheus design for the CW, his is actually more brown. So I added the black undertone, so I have a black base undertone. Then I added on the brown, all this outstanding, the gauntlet work right here. Alright, it's the really frayed fabric. I wanted it to look really gritty, really dirty, so that it looks like he has patched it up a couple of times. I have the shurikens right here. So he has 3 shurikens, 1, 2 and 3 on each side, with these kind of design straps going along it. So I just cut a couple of designs. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 holes, and that just actually 7, 8 holes in this whole design piece itself. They took around 3 to 4 hours to make, guys. That was really hard. It was really time consuming. Overall, I think it came out really good. It's kind of like a Celtic design. So if you look up some Celtic work, you can see what I'm on about. But this right here holds the shurikens that I've made from the Peltex. You can use cardboard or EVA foam. The bottom 2 of each side are glued on together, and the bottom or the top 2, those come loose. So the bottom 2 on each side right here, 1 and 2, those are glued in place, whereas these top 2 right here, those come out. So you can see those are just pieces of Peltex. I'll turn one around like that, wrapped in the grey fabric using a hot glue gun, and they just take a sort of shuriken or knife shape, ninja star kind of shape. They just place in here like that, and that is for the whole design. I wish I maybe should use some leather. I maybe purchase some leather for this whole design. I've went with the standard Arrow season 1 to 3. So from season 1 to 3 he had his overtone jacket or Shadow's jacket. Spoiler alert. He has Shadow and Yaofei's jacket on over his actual green jacket itself. So I've did that with some black fabric. You can see here, if you didn't get to see that, it's just frayed and burnt all the way around. I've kind of burnt it, really made it really dirty and gritty. So that looks like the suit has been used, worn and patched up again. The same with the arm pieces. You can see right here, I have actually cut into the arm itself. So the sleeve, you could use this for a Kylo Ren, if anyone is still on that Star Trek craze. You could use this for a Kylo Ren. You can see I've just made a cut each time, well 4 cuts into the whole arm itself. Glued those back together, and that gave me this nice thick line. You can see if I fold those up, I've glued those lines down on top of the arm again, and this gives this the nice layered, worn look. Alright, if you actually look at the design a lot, he has these kind of cuts, and the jacket altogether looks like it has been sewn together a lot of times. He's been in a lot of fights. So reference pictures, again, Google is your best friend. I will always say that. For the bottom section, what I'm wearing is just a pair of, well, we'll get to the gauntlets. We'll finish up this section. You can see I have to fix this up and maybe make a patch up right here, but that is where the Velcro just unravels all of this brown fabric to reveal a black gauntlet. So I had a black gauntlet piece. If you remember, this is actually my Tim Drake gauntlet piece from way back. I showed you how to make in the process videos. And I have the strip of the brown fabric right here. I cut it into various strips, and that just wraps around my wrist piece like so. You can maybe use this design for, let's say, an assassin. You could use this for steampunk designs. You could use this for anything that has a wrap design, a Jedi, Sith Lord. Okay, so you could use this whole wrapped gauntlet piece. I actually went with the brown on top of the black, simply because I wanted to give it that standout, and the CW, I have to give it to them. They really made this suit awesome. So last but not least, we keep the best for last. And by the way, I'm using a sword, so I wouldn't advise against this. This is for Batman Prodigal Sons. This is the real sword. So if you remember this is the one from Nightwing, or Ismahawk's Nightwing series that Deathstroke wielded. So Deathstroke wielded this sword. I still have to take off some of the decals right here, or some of the prints. This is the sword that I will not say someone will be wielding right now, but I've just used this for the Prometheus. I have to be very careful with this because it is sharp. It is not a play toy by any means. This thing is very sharp. My friend cut a pumpkin in half at Halloween with it just in one swipe. Went right through a pumpkin. It was good fun. Okay, and I just said this isn't a play thing. Oh well. So I have a sword. You can maybe make a quiver or a sword, whatever which you want, because he does have a sword on his back and a strap going through his quiver. So for the quiver, you can just see here, if I get close to the camera, I have actually sewn in the details of the line work that you would maybe see with a sewn quiver piece or itself. So I'll take this off. That just unbuckles right here. I have a plastic buckle that I have shown you in my cosplay supply video. Okay, so I got this for £1. Someone left a comment saying that you could get this for cheaper, so check online for this. And also I have my hood. If you go check out how to make an Assassin's Creed video, it will show you also how to make your base layer, your arms and your hood. So that could be also in its own. Go and check out the part 1 on the Assassin's Creed process video. The quiver comes off like so. So it is actually made from the Peltex. It is just strips of Peltex wrapped in the brown fabric. So I'll hold that close so the camera focuses in. It is just strips of the Peltex. You can maybe use cardboard or EVA foam. I've seen people use the EVA foam a lot for this. Just make them thin enough where they bend and have a nice flexibility to them. That comes to the back to my quiver. So I actually just got a piece of Peltex and made it into a cone. If you just see right now, it's just wrapped around into a cone. It gets to a dip and to a point down here at the bottom. Gets way there up here at the top. Takes a slightly, you can see if I hold it like that, it looks really cool. All I have to do is just maybe cover up in here, it'll look amazing. And overall, this is just wrapped in the brown fabric. You can, again, I repeat myself, use cardboard or EVA foam, guys. It works just as good. If you maybe just shape it or wrap it in a certain way, use a heat gun for EVA foam. That will help it bend more. Right here, I have some breaks within the quiver itself. So coming around my side, right here, that actually comes to around this area, this strap right here, and it actually has a break. So I have a piece of white elasticated strap right here in the back, just glued so that it has a nice bend. And again, as I say, cut your pieces of cardboard so that they maybe will flex around. You could put a piece, let's just get that out there, put a piece of fabric or a piece of whatever you want in the back so that it just holds together. Then that'll go around to your front. It kind of just makes an X across your chest. So if I clip this around, your quiver will just make an X in your chest. Okay, so it's just a giant X with your quiver on the back. And it is secured on the back right now using just a piece of Peltex wrapped over the front of it. And again, I've just put some latches right here. So I've got a thin piece of cardboard, wrapped it in the brown fabric, and then wrapped it again just around this strap, and that gives it like a belt latch. So if maybe something was going through this, if you put your sword strap through this, that could work. Completely up to you. This is my quiver. I'll just put this back on. You can see that on clips. Put your head, stand back, put your head in here. Make sure your hood is up. Also, if you're ever putting on a quiver and you have a hood, put the hood up first so that it goes on much easier. So that just sits around like that. This strap comes round, and again, as I say, it has that bend or that break right here so that I can actually fold around. Comes around nice and good. Clips right here in the middle. So I have a giant axe with a quiver at the back. That's all you have to think about. The designs are really good. I don't know where my black rubber neck piece is. I'm so melted. I've checked my whole room for that. So down the bottom, I will show you my bottom layer. I'm just wearing a pair of black skinny jeans, guys. Nothing special to it. A lot of people ask me the questions of what do you wear for your trousers. So I have a pair of black skinny jeans and these dog tag straps. So these were actually some dog collars. He has two straps right here on his leg. I don't know if they are maybe housing some flechettes or if they are housing some knives. I do not know. But I know he has two straps on top of his, let me see, he has it on top of his right leg. So let's just make that you can make your straps from whatever you want. They just unbuckle like so. And again, if you watch my cosplay supply video on Comic Haul that I've put up recently, I'll explain all that. And hello, Kick Murney. That is my friend, Kick. I will message you back right now. Don't try and ring me. So, that hasn't happened in a while. Someone tried to message us. But again, some black skinny jeans if you're ever wearing maybe a black suit. That will blend and help it go better. So you can make your shurikens whatever way you want. I will show you the cut pattern I have on the arm. Guys, these suits are completely up to you. Okay, so any design that you want to do, if you want to do the more comic accurate design, you do that. If you have some fabric and you don't have a sewing machine, maybe use a glue gun and buy a shirt and do that up. It's completely up to you. Find a leather jacket and do that up. That's what I may try and do. I may try and find a nice brown leather jacket and start to design all the other pieces, because Prometheus has all that leather going on the same the way that Arrow does. Season 5 is so good. Greg Berlanti, thank you so much. Greg Berlanti, sorry. I forget the other executive producers. I'm very sorry. Stephen and Mel, you are actually awesome this season. A lot of the heart's coming back to it. A lot of the action and a lot of the fight scenes that I really love to see is coming back to Arrow. I would suggest go and watch Season 5. If you sort of give up halfway through Season 4, go check out Season 5. This, if it's a spoiler, I apologize. I'm really sorry that I have spoiled. This is the villain so far, but it is awesome. Please go watch it. Please go check out maybe some other videos. This was the mask and really fun to make. So the bow as well, you can go and check out my other bow video. I made a whole hard to make a flip open bow, but this is my other one, the much thicker bow that I loved how to use. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just throw things to say whatever I want to do. Guys, you're awesome. The channel's growing at such a rate. The 10k giveaway video will be out either through this week. Yeah, it'll be out at the end of the week, okay? I will show you all the cosplay giveaway prizes, first, second, and third. Thank you so much for watching this whole video. If you have, I really do appreciate it. You're awesome. Let me know how your suit goes if you try and maybe do any Arrow or Flash or a CW Network TV show suit. Love you all. Please subscribe and comment. Always at your geek speak. From me, everyone here at Ireland, I have been Prometheus today, and you're awesome. Feel. Bye guys.